Their OC, I'm going to screw up this name, Shane O'Mac, who is Thunder Gecko, can help me out here. The Eagles hired Nick Sirianni. I hope I said that right. Sirianni. Sirianni. You're right. It has an A in there, but maybe that's our Chicago. The long A. The Sirianni. Nick Sirianni. Sirianni. But I mean,
we're getting murdered for this on YouTube.
Basically, he's the new OC or the new head coach of the Philadelphia Eagles, city of brotherly love. This is something, Dave, that my biggest question with this is not a fact of, hey, what does this mean for the Eagles? What does this mean for the Eagles? They have a head coach. That's what that means. My big question is, what does this mean for Carson Wentz? Does this mean Wentz is staying? Does this mean Wentz is going? Like, this is something to where the quarterbacks that he's worked on, so he's with the Chargers from basically 2014 to 2017, where he was the QB coach for 2 years and then the wide receiver coach. Under that time, Phillip Rivers was the quarterback of the San Diego and then Los Angeles Chargers. Then he became the Colts OC in 2018. He spent 3 seasons there. In those seasons, he's had Andrew Luck, a middle season of Jacoby Brissett and Brian Hoyer for a game, and then this past year with Phillip Rivers. Really no connection to Carson Wentz. Like, there's a part of me that goes, is this just the Eagles saying, hey, you worked with Frank Reich. Reich worked really well with Carson Wentz. We know we're probably not going to be able to trade Wentz. Oh, we'll hire you.
And you worked well with Phillip Rivers.
And you worked well with Phillip Rivers.
Great passer. So system just absolutely knows what he's doing. I think that's the thing, is he's got the respect from working with the right people, the right quarterback, like you said, Frank Reich over there. So it all kind of plays together. Sirianni.
Okay. Nick Sirianni. Gonna put the Chicago accent on anyway.
Yeah,
Sirianni.
You know what? If you go that hard on the Chicago side, no one can be like, "Oh, they're wrong." Like, no, it's just Chicago pronunciation.
Just Chicago assholes being assholes. But like,
yeah, I think that's the thing. Is just, hey, he's been around the right people. I still think this Eagles franchise wants to have Carson Wentz as their quarterback, as the guy, and that's why Doug got the boot, was because Doug was like, "I'll take Jalen." Like, he's like, I can win with Jalen Hurts. I like Jalen Hurts. Y'all need to figure out how to get rid of Carson Wentz. Like, we really see dollar signs attached to Carson Wentz still. So you're going to need to win with Carson Wentz. Like, I think that's why that was one of the big reasons that split up this Eagles coaching staff previously. So I do see Carson Wentz likely staying on this team, and Nick will have the challenge of figuring out how to get them back on the right page, get them back on track. And again, I mention every time we talk Eagles, they were out 3 offensive linemen last year. So we will have to see, obviously, a fully healthy Eagles front offensive line plus draft. What will they be able to do to put, weapons around Carson Wentz if they do continue in that direction, like I assume?
Here's another question I have, Dave. And I haven't seen anything from Shefty or the Blog Boys to say if this happened or not. Do you think, based off interviews, that Sirianni was the if de facto, like, this is our guy and he blew them away? Or what I'm kind of thinking that happened, and sorry for Sirianni fans, I kind of think that they were all ready to offer Josh McDaniels the job. And Josh McDaniels, behind closed doors this time, was like, no, I don't want to take it. And then boom, they immediately offered it to their next that they had. Like, the way I'm going to predict that it happened is, okay, we're going to offer McDaniels, but if he doesn't go, we have our guy lined up that we're going to offer as well. Probably called McDaniels, hey, we need an answer from you. I'm assuming McDaniels, because the whole thing we talked about with him was, does he want to leave New England for this job? Does he think he's got the golden goose to be their coach? I would assume he said, no, I can't give you an answer right now, which was basically a no. And then boom, they offered to Sirianni, who then took the job in a heartbeat. Like,
yeah, I think that's halfway likely. The other guy, who had been thrown around this whole off season, start of the coaching hunt, would be Dabble, who came out and was like, I'm staying, just not interested in going anywhere else. I think that was a big thing because we looked at a lot of teams who were like, well, are they waiting on him? And then everything started to get filled, and he was still like, I get it, his team's still playing, but he still could have, made arrangements.
Correct me if I'm wrong. He didn't say that until after the Chargers job was filled, right?
Correct.
Yeah.
Well, he didn't come out publicly.
Yeah.
I think behind closed doors, it was a known thing because listening to Rappaport and one of the NFL.com guys.
Pelissero rhymes with arrow, Dave?
Nope, not him. One of the NFL.com guys had talked about like, some kind of cryptic shit that's like, we haven't heard much from him as far as leaving, or interviewing at multiple opportunities like this offseason yet. And it was like, I don't think he's going anywhere. I think this is a situation where he's staying home, and he is. So I think that as good as his prospects were, and obviously Bieniemy's, if they wanted to, I don't know what they've said. I don't know what Bieniemy said in fucking interviews. He's just fucking with people.
He's got to get
like the guy who's like, I love what I do here. I love working with Andy Reid. This guy's fucking great. We're winning Super Bowls year in, year out with Patty Mahomes up here. Why would I ever leave? I'm just going to go interview to interview and fuck around. Like,
I mean, I don't know. He's got to get the Texan job, right? Like,
I don't know.
Question mark? Like, I don't like at this point, it's the only job left too. Like,
it is the only job left, which is scary, but I don't know if he signs anywhere.
It's been interesting how this offseason has gone, where it seems like we had the flurry, boom, 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 basically the pre-flurry of Urban Meyer to the Jaguars. That's probably going to happen. Worst kept secret in the NFL. Kurt Herbstreit even kind of referenced to it in the national championship game where he made that comment of like,
we already know him by then, so that's fine.
He's just sitting there and he goes, I really want to elaborate on this, but I really can't until more things come out about it. It's like, really just fucking say it. He's a Jaguar.
He already had the contract and the terms leaked basically a week in advance.
Yeah.
I get it.
Trying to be professional. Yeah. It's just, after all that happened, then the Eagles, it's like, is they going to go McDaniels? Now they go with Sirianni. It's just I'm wanting to bring it back to the Dabble thing, just to close that of after the Chargers were done, Eagles being one of them, was the Eagles or the Texans a favorable job? No. And that's why I feel like a guy like McDaniels didn't come to the Eagles, and why I feel like he said no, because right now the Eagles are kind of in a shit show where it's like you fired your you said you're going to keep your coach, you fired your coach, you tried to get your guy, maybe didn't get your guy, and now you get Sirianni. I know Shane O'Mac saying that he was a huge part of the passing success, and a very smart offensive mind. Let's hope he brings that success to the Eagles, because if Carson Wentz can get going, like yet again, they got to figure out what they're going to do with Zach Ertz. They've got wide receivers, not Alshon or Deshaun Jackson on this team, that can ball out. It's just depending on what are you going to do with this team. Is this offense fixable, or is it we need all brand new pieces?
Oh, they should consider actual NFL caliber wide receivers. That would be a nice idea.
Not guys that are injured every day, Dave?
You know what? When I think your starting wide receiver, your number 2 wide receiver, and your number 3 wide receiver were all out with injuries, and then your number 4 wide receiver also got injured. You might have a problem passing the ball down the fucking field. They need skill position talent. Say that out loud. Say it over and over and over and over and over. Yeah. And if they don't draft and address it in this offseason, then everyone knows why they didn't land a bigger name. I think that Nick is a good guy. I think that he deserves an opportunity to be a head coach. But you're right. This wasn't one of the top tier jobs in coaching opportunities this offseason.